My name is Obalesh, and welcome to my channel. Before we dive into today's topic, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment. Your support helps us bring you more great content. Today, we're going to explore the fascinating idiom, under the weather. This phrase is often used to describe someone feeling ill or unwell. But where did this saying come from, and how has it evolved over time? Let's embark on a journey to uncover the origins, meanings, and usage of this intriguing idiom. The idiom, under the weather, has nautical origins. In the 18th century, sailors used the phrase to describe feeling seasick or ill due to adverse weather conditions at sea. When sailors were feeling unwell, they would be sent below deck, away from the harsh elements. Thus, they were literally under the weather. The harsh conditions at sea, including storms and rough waves, could significantly impact a sailor's health. Being exposed to such elements often led to seasickness and other ailments. Therefore, being under the weather meant that one was affected by the weather to the point of feeling ill. Over time, the idiom under the weather evolved from its nautical roots to become a more general expression for feeling unwell. Today, it's commonly used to describe anything from a mild cold to a more serious illness. The phrase has transcended its original maritime context and is now widely understood and used in everyday language. For example, I'm feeling a bit under the weather today. I think I'm coming down with a cold. She's been under the weather all week and hasn't been able to come to work. The versatility of this idiom lies in its ability to convey a sense of illness without specifying the exact nature or severity of the condition. It's a gentle way to express that someone is not feeling their best. The concept of being under the weather is not unique to the English language. Many cultures have similar expressions to describe feeling unwell. Let's take a look at a few examples. French. In French, the phrase ne pas être dans son assiette translates to not being in one's plate, meaning to feel unwell or out of sorts. Spanish. The Spanish phrase estar pachucho means to feel under the weather or slightly ill. German. In German, sich nicht wohlfühlen translates to not feeling well and is used similarly to under the weather. These variations highlight how different languages and cultures have their own unique ways of expressing the concept of feeling unwell, yet the underlying sentiment remains universally understood. Idioms like under the weather often appear in modern media, including films, television shows, and literature. They add color and relatability to characters and dialogue, making the content more engaging for audiences. For instance, in popular TV shows or movies, a character might say, "I'm feeling a bit under the weather," to quickly convey their state of health without needing further explanation. This usage taps into the audience's familiarity with the idiom, allowing for a seamless and effective communication of the character's condition. Idioms like under the weather also play a role in the psychology of language. They are a form of figurative language that adds depth and nuance to our communication. When we use idioms, we engage in a more creative and expressive form of speech, which can enhance our connection with others. Moreover, idioms can serve as a form of social bonding. When people share a common understanding of certain idioms, it fosters a sense of shared culture and identity. For example, when someone says they're under the weather, and others understand the idiom, it reinforces a shared linguistic and cultural framework. While idioms are a valuable part of language, it's important to use them appropriately. Here are some tips for effectively incorporating under the weather into your conversations. Context matters. Ensure that the context is appropriate for using the idiom. Under the weather is best used in casual or semi-formal settings, rather than in very formal or technical writing. Clarity. While idioms are widely understood, consider your audience. If you're speaking to non-native English speakers or people unfamiliar with the idiom, you might need to explain it. Moderation. Use idioms sparingly to avoid overwhelming your audience. Too many idioms in one conversation can be confusing and may dilute the impact of your message. The idiom, under the weather, is a wonderful example of how language evolves and adapts over time. From its nautical origins to its modern-day usage, this phrase has found its way into everyday language, helping us express the common human experience of feeling unwell. Thank you for joining me on this linguistic journey. I hope you enjoyed learning about the idiom under the weather and its fascinating history. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment below. This is Obalesh, signing off. See you in the next video.